Many times people want to be parents and they go through a lot of different ways in order to become parents. You know, whether it's adoption, whether it's natural birth, whether it's in vitro fertilization. We're here today with a very special, remarkable woman to share her journey. Her name is Jennifer. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you.
And the mother of twins, 8-year-old twins now.
8-year-old twins.
You wrote a book. Tell us the title of your book.
It's called One Mother's Journey, Creating My Family Through In Vitro Fertilization.
And you wrote this when? How long has it been on the shelves now?
It's been on the shelves for 2 years. It took me about 7 years to write. I started in the hospital on bed rest and finished when they were about 6.
Tell us about your personal journey, because we decided that we would work together because you really want to help people, provide support to them, that they're not alone.
Right.
So tell me about your personal journey so that they can kind of feel related to you.
Sure. Isolating. Not at all what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Having known at 27 I was going to have to go this route, I was told I was the perfect candidate. Then starting the process when I was 37, 38, not the case. There's entirely too much information out there, or they don't tell you the information you need to know. And it's a really lonesome, isolating journey. Women don't want to talk about it. Parents don't fully understand what IVF is. So you're not necessarily getting that understanding and that support from your family because they don't really know what it is. It's not the normal way of conceiving. So it was a lonely, isolating journey.
Take us back to the moment when you found out that you weren't going to be able to, I guess, carry or conceive, you know, just from the basics. Who told you what? How was that information delivered to you? What happened?
I had an ectopic pregnancy that ruptured. I almost died. I had my fallopian tubes removed, and that began my IVF journey. Same doctor through the whole process. And as you get older, your body changes, right? No one tells you that, though. You don't really think about it until you start the process and suddenly things aren't turning out the way you thought they would.
Who first approached you about IVF? How did you become aware back then?
My doctor told me immediately.
Okay.
As soon as it happened, I was very upset. My first feeling was, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to have children. He said, no, Jennifer, when the time comes, you can do in vitro fertilization. You'll be a perfect candidate. So I always knew. I always knew what IVF was. Just didn't think about it again until it was necessary to start the process.
The support that you received back then, you said it was kind of, didn't really exist. Now that your twins are 8 years old, have things changed around you in terms of that support and that love and that familial kind of feeling for you?
For me, yes.
Okay.
For the process and for other women, no, nothing's changed.
Okay. Why do people look down upon IVF? What are they afraid of, or what don't they understand that you want people to understand?
You know, I thought about this so much. I think women maybe feel less than.
Okay.
Because it's not the normal way. It's not the old-fashioned way of having a baby. And I think parents, although not maliciously, don't understand the process, so they don't know how to give their children the right kind of support, and that affects their feelings towards approaching it. So I think my conclusion really has been maybe that's it, I don't know.
Okay.
But there's definitely a stigma that shouldn't exist, I feel.
I agree, right? Or even for adoptive children. You know, a family is a family, no matter what.
Right.
You know, and love is love.
100%.
So going through your pregnancy, was it a challenging pregnancy for you?
It was.
Yes. Can we talk about that too?
It was.
Okay.
Well, I learned early on that my cervix was disappearing and I couldn't carry them. So I was in the hospital on bed rest for 3 months, which actually turned out to be not so bad. And I was told that they may not make it to 27 weeks and to sort of expect the worst. And I just kept saying, their names are Michael and Sophia. They're going to be here. So you could stop saying they're not viable. They're viable. And I made it to 34 weeks. They were only in the NICU for 2 weeks, and they were home.
And
they're perfectly healthy, and they're magnificent. The most soulful children you're ever going to meet.
How will the chapters in your book help those that are maybe considering? Is it somebody that's even, maybe not even starting the process yet? Could it be beneficial to them?
Yes.
Okay.
It's raw. It's honest. It's sad at times. It's really funny at other times. And it's relatable. Every woman is going to connect to this book, either all of it or several parts of it. But I'm speaking for all women when I wrote this book, and I wanted to let all women know that we are all in this together, and these experiences, these pains, these sorrows, they're shared by all of us. It's not just you, and you're not alone. So yeah, it's very helpful. I call it like the handbook. If you're going through this process, buy my book. It will be your handbook through the journey.
Beautiful. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know that a couple of personal shares, a couple of friends of mine had tried it. It didn't work for them for a variety of reasons. One, maybe their eggs were too old. It wasn't a viable solution. But now they are both adoptive mothers. And it's just, they've been a blessing to me in my life. But as a friend even, I think if you even have a friend that's going through IVF, get the book, get your book.
Absolutely.
Because it helps you also be supportive as a friend. Because there are times where it's very stressful.
Absolutely.
I had two children that were older. Then I got pregnant with my son Matthew at the age of 40. My girlfriends were like, "Well, why was it so easy for you? How, you already have your kids." And here they were so desperately wanting to get pregnant and couldn't. They were trying IVF. It wasn't working. The tears, the frustration, it causes stress in families, between friendships. And it just needs to be more understanding and love and knowledge surrounding it.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for being so brave. And when we talked on the phone, I just said, I can't wait to have you as a guest on this show.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much.
I
and
appreciate
congratulations
it. Thank
to
you
and your
so
beautiful
much.
family.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up. We try to bring you some information that will be helpful to you in your journey. Thanks for watching.